Let me see something. Yeah, I can't. Okay. Let's see. Wow, this music's very loud. I wish there was a way to...
Back.
Skip. Oh, hello. What was that? What was the purpose of that? Okay, whatever.
Oh shit.
I gotta see. At least I passed. Alright. Total playtime was 6 hours. Not bad.
Evidence.
What is this? New model, Jill default. Model, Survivors gear. What does that even mean? What does that mean, the shop? Gradually generates... This is, Hot Dodger. Infinite handgun. Infinite assault rifle. Infinite rocket launcher. Jesus Christ. I don't think we need that. And I'm definitely not grinding for that, so. Complete the game in under 2 hours. Complete the game without opening the item box. Okay. S rank and not doing that. Concept art, chill. Okay. It's a model. Complete the game with S rank on standard or higher. Wait, what is this? Complete the game with an S rank. Okay. Complete the game on hardcore. No, thank you. We got some models, new models. Oh, hello. What the hell? Oh, this is concept art. No, wait, what? Is this concept art, or can I... I'm... Okay. Requirements to make a S tier. I would have to save 5 times. I have to beat it in under 2 hours and 30 seconds? Yeah, right. Fuck that.
You have that outfit, I think.
Do I have the outfit? No, I just have the classic. That would be cool, though. Let me look at the bonuses. Let me look at the models. What Jill looked like in Resident Evil 1, I'd say. And that's what she looked like in the original Resident Evil 2. All, fangirly. Charlie doll. Nemesis. I didn't get stage 1 Nemesis, oh well. I'm not that good, I guess. Who's this guy? Oh, that's that guy that got shot by Nikolai. Alright, cool. I guess. I don't know. Alright, so here's my critique. Let me see. Let me just turn down this audio. Okay. That's fine. Um, I don't know. I thought this was a pretty good game. Okay, not pretty good. I thought this was a good game. If I were to give it a score, I'd probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10, maybe an 8. During the hospital one was probably the peak of my enjoyment. Even though it was scary as fuck, it definitely was um, more entertaining. It just yeah, I could sort of see where people are complaining about this. Definitely is a very short game. I think Resident Evil 2 is by far a longer game. But not just length makes it good. I think what makes difference between RE2 and RE3, even though they did cut some stuff from RE2, they kept most of what made the game so great in the first place, but just enhanced it. Um, and also adding originality to it. So Mr. X was definitely more frequent in RE2. He was definitely more. He was definitely more. I don't know. Uh, like scary. But not scary as in like not even like psychologically. Just very taunting and terrifying. Nemesis, he had that, but then afterwards, you don't see him that very often, and then you kill him for when he's like, I don't know, when he becomes like a superhuman or whatever, or a super dog thing, lion. I don't know. So it definitely becomes a point where once you lose Nemesis, the original Nemesis, the one where it's like standing shotgun and all that, it gets kind of dull. I could see it. Um, they did remove a lot of stuff. The clock tower, which we read about one time, um, when we were at that river front. The clock tower was part of the original game. You got to go inside the clock tower. Or I guess it was a boss fight. They removed like some enemies, like spiders. Not the ones that like deep throated you. The ones that like they were just actual spiders. And there was a giant worm or something. Um, so they definitely did a lot. Um, I think it's unfortunate. I think is this worth $60 too? That's also a good one. I don't think so. I think it could have been at least 40, or maybe even DLC. Maybe I don't know, but I don't know. Not $60. Especially for the die-hard fans that played it, the original. I played. Here's the Resident Evil I played. I played Resident Evil 1, uh, the GameCube remaster. That one was actually a really good remaster. It actually really was. I thought it was. Or at least my uncle thought it was too, and he played the original on the PlayStation 1. Um, Resident Evil 2, I only played a little bit, the original. Resident Evil 3, I never played the original. Resident Evil 4, I played. Resident Evil 5, I played. Um, Resident Evil 6, I didn't touch. It was that bad. Yeah, Resident Evil 6 is trash, by the way, if you don't know. And don't
They
ask me.
could be done two separate stories between Jill and Carlos like
They also,
RE2.
yeah, that was also a big mistake, I think, too. That also, I think, cut. I understood what they did. They combined the stories, but we never got to play. Yeah, Carlos and Jill should have been those two stories should have been separate, but happened simultaneously. Just like when if you were to play Leon and Claire, Leon, he comes in right after, right during during everything. Claire comes in. Claire comes in at the same time as Leon. So if you were to play as Claire, and another person would play as Leon, chronologically speaking, they would be simultaneous. Because Leon would be doing one thing and Claire would be doing the other thing, but then they would intermeet at certain times. Jill and Carlos, they just intertwine them. And even though you did get to play as Carlos in certain situations, you never got to play as Carlos during the outbreak, in Raccoon City. You never got to play with him during the sewers, or anything like that. So you lose a lot of content there. You know, whereas in RE2, Claire and Leon both start at point A, whereas in RE3, it's Jill, A, B, C,
I
D, E,
think they
F.
are going to either remake RE1 or just make RE8.
Yeah, I think so too. Um, if they were to make RE1, they would have to learn from their mistakes. That's all I'm saying. I think they should just make RE8. In my opinion, RE2 was a godsend. I'm glad it was such a good game. It was the ideal remaster, literally the perfect remaster. As a game, it isn't perfect, but as a remaster, it is. It definitely is a perfect remaster, in my opinion. This is not a perfect remaster. And like I said, with the storyline, Claire and Leon, RE2, ABC, they both start at A. Whereas Jill and Carlos, it's a linear story, and also there's they almost were going to do choices. Whereas if like certain situations you'd have to make a choice, and that would change the ending. That would have been a cool feature. I think because since this was rushed, and they also had another Resident Evil, Project Resistance, which is an online Resident Evil. The problem with that is they were stacked against time, they were stacked against priorities. I heard Resistance was a different company that did it besides the Resident Evil main crew. But even still, once RE2 came out, it was only like a couple months later that they revealed RE3. So, and it took a year, and then here we are. I think if they had the same time, I would have been fine with the delay, to be honest. I would have been fine with the delay. If they took extra time with this game, I probably would have seen those same features that are the same characteristics that makes RE2 good. Um, but unfortunately, it felt rushed. So unfortunately, I have to give this like a 7.5, and that's me being generous. That's me just critiquing the game itself. If I was to be a little bit more harsh, I played
Definitely
RE5.
rushed.
Yeah, definitely rushed. I played RE5, which is and and I didn't even touch RE6. But RE5 was all action, not much scary, just most action. This is more action. This is more
Yak
action.
75.
This is more action than horror, unfortunately. And you don't want that. You don't want that in a horror game. If you want an action game, you play GTA, you play Call of Duty. You don't play Resident Evil for action. You play it for horror. And while it did grip me at my seats, the hospital, like I said, it was the peak, the very peak. It combined that ambience noise, the dark setting, enclosed spaces, and you know,
And
even
it felt like Doom.
and it felt like Doom. Yeah, honestly. Um, like I said, I never played the original game, so I don't know if if Jill does get a railgun at the end. But I don't know. I think she gets an RPG. I'm not.
Best part was the connection to RE2.
Yeah, that probably was that they were simultaneous. I don't know. Yeah, 7.5 is me being generous. If I were to give it any lower, I would actually give it a 7, maybe a 6.5. Because it did prioritize more action. I wish
So
I could.
therefore RE2 was superior.
Oh yeah, RE2 is way superior. Way superior as a remake. Way superior as a game. Everything they did in RE2 as a remake was good. The fact that they didn't do that here is what mind boggles me. I don't know why. Maybe it was a cash grab. People thought, oh, RE2 is amazing, so that means RE3 has to be amazing. So that means everyone just started getting the game and getting the game. Um, yeah, I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame that this was not the game that many people anticipated. I thought it was a good game, and I mean good in the lowest sense, not in the highest sense, but good. It was a good game. Was it bad? No. Was it terrible? Was it shit? No. Was it god tier? No. It's definitely not god tier. It's definitely not got an Ocarina Time. It's not Call of Duty 4. It's not a it's not a Final Fantasy. It's not any of that. It's not a Persona 5. It's not a Breath of the Wild. It's none of that. It's not a masterpiece. Definitely not a masterpiece. Even RE2, the remake, wasn't a masterpiece for me. It was a masterpiece as a remake. It's a masterclass remake. This is not a masterclass remake, and I don't think it's a masterpiece as a game. So I'm ranging 7.5 as a game, 6.5, maybe even 6 as a remake. So yeah, there's my take. Unfortunately, I wish this was a better game. I thought there were some good moments. There were, but unfortunately, you only get to a certain point. So and that's it. So this Friday, I will be streaming Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is actually the remake I'm more anticipated for. I've been waiting years for this, years upon years for this. I think the Final Fantasy remake was revealed. Let me see, when was it first revealed? Final Fantasy VII remake E3. Was it 2015?
Oh shit, I
2015.
didn't even know it was coming out this soon.
Yeah, this Friday. This Friday. Um, Final Fantasy the first remake was revealed 2015, and I remember watching that first remake. I remember clear as day. I was finishing up probably my freshman year of high school, and I am. Oh no, it's actually the summer of my freshman year. So just finished freshman year in my summer. I remember watching this remake. I remember watching it when it first came out in E3 2015. I've been waiting 5 years for this remake. So this is highly on my priority. I pre-ordered it as soon as it came out. As soon as pre-order came out, I pre-ordered it. Um, so I'm really anticipated for this game. I hope you guys are too. If you don't know Final Fantasy VII, I highly encourage you at least read up a story, just a 20-minute, maybe a 15-minute. I'm sure there's some out there on YouTube where it goes into the story at least a bit. Maybe even watch some original gameplay if you're into it, so you can see how PlayStation 1 graphics were in Final Fantasy. Uh, they're really bad, very polygony, very triangular. But this I'm very excited about. It's not a horror, so that might not grip you. If you come to watch my channel to watch exclusively horror, I'm sorry, this won't be for you. And that's okay.
Watch FF7 abridged.
Abridged? Isn't abridged usually like a parody? Is that like what is abridged? I'm confused what abridged is. Is abridged is a parody? Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't think you should watch abridged. But well, to listen to the story.
Yay, you would like it.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Don't watch abridged if you're trying to learn the story.
It is like a show.
It's like a show. I don't think it's an accurate show. But it's definitely a show. But yeah, if you guys are interested, please look at some Final Fantasy VII content. I'm sure there's some out there. Maybe I could find a link and drop it in the chat. Let me see. 1 second. Summary, something like that. Final Fantasy VII in 7 minutes. There we go. So, there's one that's in 7 minutes, and there's one that's in 41 minutes. That's how complicated this story can get. And then there's one for 2 hours and 51 minutes. So if you want to watch a movie about just the story of Final Fantasy VII, you could literally do that. There's one that says under 20 minutes. I would probably stay under 20 minutes. There's one, I'll drop the one by IGN. I don't know how accurate it can be. But I'll drop it in anyway. Drop it in a couple times.
URL.
There it is right there, 7 minutes.
URL. URL.
Um, and then if you want the one in 20 minutes, I could do that one too. So then 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
And then
URL. URL. URL.
20 minutes. So there's one for 20, one for 7. I just put in the ones which one. But anyway, like I said,
20 minutes.
So like I said, definitely look up the Final Fantasy lore. At least just check out those 2 videos. That way, if you do want to watch the content, if you want to watch it blind, you can. That's the good thing. If you want to catch up, or if you want to refresh your memory, maybe you played the game before and you want to refresh your memory, please do so. But if you want to watch it blind, you can. I definitely don't. It's a remake, so it's not like it's a continuation of the game. You don't have to watch it. If you want to watch the story, or even just watch some, clips of combat or anything like that, you can do that too. Anything to get you intrigued. If you really don't like it, then you don't have to watch it. But I'm definitely going to stream it regardless, because it's a highly anticipated game for me. So anyway, yeah. With that being said, check it out this Friday. And by all means, I appreciate you guys watching the stream. This was definitely a good way to come back after a long hiatus. I will tell you this though, after Final Fantasy VII, I don't think there's gonna be much games coming out. So, yeah, I mean, if there is, I'll keep on the lookout. But if anything else, I mean, you guys can recommend some stuff too, and yeah, I'll definitely keep my eye out and check it out. But if anyway, with that being said, appreciate you guys watching the entirety of Resident Evil 3 Remake. If you didn't watch it, I appreciate you guys anyway. And you guys have a good night. And I'll see you guys hopefully this Friday. So, with that being said, good night, guys, and stay safe.